Introduction and for your kind recognition of my work. I feel like one lucky duck because for the past 7 years or so, I've been able to write about the issue that moves me more than any other: energy and the ever more pressing problem of the climate crisis. As a reporter for Midwest Energy News, a nonprofit news website produced in Minnesota, I cover energy issues in four Midwestern states: Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, and Nebraska. I found my way to Midwest Energy News a couple years after being laid off from the Kansas City Star in 2008. You might remember that was the year the economy imploded. Lehman Brothers declared bankruptcy on September 15th, and 2 weeks later, I got my pink slip, along with dozens of fellow Star reporters. As is so often the case, however, there is a shimmering upside to losing the job I'd held for 26 years. I finally could cover the beat I'd yearned after at the Star for so many years. An internet search serendipitously turned up this regional energy news website that had just gotten underway a couple years previously. I contacted the editor and he expressed my interest, and he said I was free to start producing copy. I began looking around and came up with a story about the advent of small modular nuclear reactors. Talk about baptism by fire. Anyway, one story led to another, and along the way, Midwest Energy News gained three sibling news websites that now, all told, cover the 50 states. Much of my coverage relates to legislation, state regulatory matters, or the efforts by electric utilities to either address or, perhaps more often, retard efforts to solve the climate problem. But there is occasional good news, like in Bloomfield, Iowa. I like to check in every year or two with the people there because that town of 2,500 people is determined to be energy independent by 2030, and they've made some pretty good headway so far on getting that done. Much of the news in the climate arena is frustrating and worrisome, and as long as that's the case, I know I'm in the right place doing exactly what I should be.